And in your entire experience, like investing experience and all, तो आप अगर किसी को इन्वेस्टिंग सीखना है तो क्या recommend करोगे? मे बी some sources, learning sources या books या कोई भी podcast etc. What do you recommend कि ये consume करोगे तो at least they can start their investing journey or learn about investing?
So start with basic personal finance books. So Monica Holland has written good books.
So Let's
Subramani
Talk.
has Let's Talk Money, Let's Talk Mutual Funds. Subramani, P.V. Subramani has written good books, and these are veterans. These are people who are serious investors themselves, who have seen 30, 40 years of markets. So they've not just frivolously written, but they've written with a lot of substance. So there are a lot of other evolved and more nuanced books also, but these are very important to start because otherwise most people get intimidated. So Amar Pandit, one of our mutual fund distributors, he's written some very interesting books on investing and principles of behavior of investing. And then there are more I'm not immediately remembering, but these are three that immediately come to my mind to start with. Then you want to take the next step. I've always believed that हमारा बैड बिहेवियर हमें गाइड करता है 5-star फंड ढूंढने के लिए, जो सबसे गलत तरीका है इन्वेस्ट करने का. और मोर इम्पोर्टेंट है कि हम कैसे 5-star इन्वेस्टर बने. सो विच मीन्स अपने बिहेवियर को हम कैसे ठीक से मैनेज करें. तो बिहेवियर इन्वेस्टिंग पे या ह्यूमन माइंड डिसीजन मेकिंग कैसे करता है, पर्टिकुलरली लाइफ डिसीजंस और मनी डिसीजंस, इसके ऊपर एक बहुत ही अच्छी किताब है रॉल्फ डोबेली की, कॉल्ड द आर्ट ऑफ थिंकिंग क्लियरली. So he has, written about some 100 odd decision-making traps or decision-making errors that the human brain keeps committing again and again, with interesting examples. And then what are the hacks to do? So I'll give you an example. Being connected to investing day in and day out, minute by minute, getting inputs from all good type of investors, there is huge urgency for me to act. आज ये नया इनपुट मिल गया, आज ये नया थीम आ गया, आज इस इन्वेस्टर ने ये किया, ये बड़े इन्वेस्टर ने ये किया है, एंड कैश फ्लोज आर देयर, सो देयर इज ऑलवेज एन अर्जेंसी टू एक्ट. So Robelli has written that you need to slow down you slow down the activity in investing. Now, how do you slow down, especially when you are in a world which is loaded with non-stop insights in hyper-connected world? He says, write down your thesis. Now, this act of writing down, मुझे फॉर एग्जाम्पल कल इन्वेस्ट करना है DSP वैल्यू फंड में, तो मेरा रूल है कि वो करने के पहले मैं आधा पैराग्राफ लिखूंगा. काफी टाइम वो आधा पैराग्राफ लिखने का जो फ्रिक्शन है, या तो टाइम नहीं होता, या लेजीनेस होता है, या उस मोमेंट पे थॉट्स नहीं है, दैट फ्रिक्शन मेक्स मी नॉट इन्वेस्ट द नेक्स्ट डे. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ 10 decisions, I end up taking 2 decisions in a year, buying हो या selling. So this has been a great hack for ensuring that my length of investing is ensured. So there are many simple hacks like this. Another beautiful hack, which has been a very defining value add to me. He says that आपको अगर गाड़ी खरीदनी है तो आप सर्च करोगे why should I buy Hyundai Elantra? That's a car I have. Or tell me good things about Hyundai Elantra. So he says most brands will generally have promoted good things about that car. So the prompt you need to put is, tell me the negatives about Hyundai Elantra. Because otherwise we are only seeking confirming evidence. We have made up our mind कि मुझे ये कार खरीदनी है, तो मैं सिर्फ वही डेटा ढूंढूंगा जो मुझे सपोर्ट करेगा. But if I want to take a balanced decision, search for disconfirming evidence. So today my instinct is that I want to see, I'm fascinated by global stocks just because एक glamour value है, right? Each of these global stocks have a story to tell because they have become iconic companies. But भाव में भी आ चुका है, बहुत कुछ भाव में आ चुका है. So because I'm fascinated to naturally buy them, I need to do the anti behavior of that. And why should I not buy global stocks? What can go wrong? Now that answer sometimes will give me a more balanced nuance to make my investing more holistic. So this is a very valuable book. It is not directly about investing, but it has helped me become a better investor, I would say, and a more holistic investor. And then there are, of course, there are these Gitas of investing that Buffett has written, or Charlie Munger has written. Their speeches are there, their videos are there. There is enough which is, available. in the digital world today. And I know there are, podcasts like this which happen, but I many times hesitate to say that they are great learning content because they are bite size. And like I said, that there are far many nuances to know. So this can be good starting points
Yeah.
from which you open the window to start, taking early steps.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's not ideally possible to give all the gyan or experience of 25 years into a 2-hour episode, but it's more like एक starting journey मिल जाएगी हमको।
It gives you the guidance कि कहाँ जाना है.
Correct. Yeah. एंड आपने बताया ग्लोबल स्टॉक्स के बारे में, डू यू रेकमेंड पीपल ऑल्सो कि थोड़ा परसेंटेज उनका ग्लोबल स्टॉक्स में होना चाहिए?
मेरे पोर्टफोलियो में 20% है, तो नॉर्मली आई डू इट वेदर ग्लोबल स्टॉक्स आर स्टिल स्टॉक्स, which means they will go up like stocks, they will fall like stocks, and they will give zero returns also like stocks. So stocks go through three directions: they rise, they go nowhere, and they fall. So good global stocks will do well like good Indian stocks. Good well priced or cheaper global stocks will do well like cheaper Indian stocks if the quality is good. So there are some schools of thought we say इतना क्यों दिमाग लगाना, इंडिया में भी स्टॉक ढूंढ लो, why तुम्हारा कोर कॉम्पिटेंस अगर नहीं है तो मत करो. मुझे अच्छा लगता है बिकॉज नए बिजनेस मॉडल समझने में हेल्प करता है, और मेरे लिए ये फायदेकारक रहा है बिकॉज देर आर stretches when Indian markets go nowhere and global stocks are up 15-20%. There are stretches when Indian markets are rising 30% and they go nowhere. So the path, the collective portfolio has a less bumpy path. The final return will still probably be the same 12 to 14% or 14 to 16% depending on what is destined in my journey of life. But the path can be slightly less fluctuating. And why the path matters, I always say this, that बहुत आसान है बोलना कि 25 साल के लिए इन्वेस्ट कीजिए. बफेट 80 years से इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, राइट? ही इज बीन एन इन्वेस्टर फॉर 80 years. ही सेज दैट मेरे ऊपर 2000 किताबें लिखी गई है, मेरे ऊपर हजारों लोग कोट्स मेरे बारे में लिखते हैं और स्प्रेड करते हैं, बट मेरा जो सबसे बड़ा लेसन है कि मैं 80 साल तक इन्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, वो लेसन कोई फॉलो नहीं करता है, और वो सबसे आसान लेसन है एक्चुअली. तो फिर भी हम फॉलो नहीं कर पाते बिकॉज जब हमारा पोर्टफोलियो का पाथ फ्लक्चुएट होना शुरू होता है, हमारा कन्विक्शन हिल जाता है और हम गेम से निकल जाते हैं. और जबकि ये गेम है लास्ट करने का, तो अगर पाथ थोड़ा बहुत भी स्मूथ होता है विथ मे बी 1% लोअर रिटर्न, आई एम फाइन विद दैट. एंड इफ आई एंड अप स्टेइंग इन द पाथ, मोस्ट लाइकली वो रिटर्न में आ जाता है.
और ये जो 20% का आपका पोर्टफोलियो है जो ग्लोबल स्टॉक्स में है, तो ये कौन से कंट्रीज में कितना डिवाइडेड होगा? मेजरली यूएस होगा आई अज्यूम?
नहीं, सो अगेन लाइक आई सेड ना, इसमें डायमेंशन ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि मुझे कौन से देश में डालना है, डायमेंशन ये होना चाहिए मुझे किस तरह के धंधे में लगाना है पैसा. एंड अगर वो यूएस से आता है तो सो बी इट, अगर वो चाइना से आता है या ताइवान से है या कनाडा से है या लंदन से है या ब्राजील से, सो बी इट. सो डायमेंशन शुड बी गुड कंपनी एट गुड प्राइस इज द फर्स्ट पॉइंट. It so happens that in the last 10 years, the biggest wealth creators have come from US because they have innovated, they have captured world markets. Aaj, 50% of products we use digitally are almost all American products. But I invest again through two funds, where the fund formula is buy good companies when they are in down cycle or when their valuations are consolidating or cheap, or buy good companies which are at reasonable valuations. So the portfolio will have Microsoft and Amazon. The portfolio will have Berkshire Hathaway. The portfolio will have Brookfield of Canada. The portfolio will have Novo Nordisk, which is down 50% in the last 1 year. It's a European company, for example. But this, I'm deliberately not straight away giving you an answer because a lot of these stocks may be registered in an American stock exchange, but their profits are coming 50% from different parts of the world.
Wow.
So to say ये American portfolio है या Chinese है, वो थोड़ा incorrect हो जाता है. But the framework is businesses which are not in India at the same time are compelling in terms of valuations and have dominance in what they are doing. They rule that industry and they will continue to rule for at least the next 10-15 years. They are monopolizing the profit pools, for example, semiconductor companies hai. Some of them, almost our lives will stop working if those companies don't exist. They are like the most important companies on earth. And there were times they were available at 15 times a few years back. So there are good companies in different parts of the world which are going through a down cycle. There are good companies which are consistently growing in India as well as the rest of the world. So the framework is good companies and good prices. My portfolio has 40 from India, 20 globally.
एंड इसमें अगर किसी रिटेल इन्वेस्टर को भी ग्लोबल स्टॉक्स में डालना है तो वो म्यूचुअल फंड्स के थ्रू भी
Absolutely.
डाल सकते हैं
Absolutely.
एंड इसमें भी स्कीम्स हो गए जहाँ
So
पर
there are funds which 100% invest globally, and there are funds which blend India and global stocks. I prefer the second bucket because pure global में क्या होगा कि उसका भी जब path बहुत खराब होगा, I might panic. But mixed वाले portfolio में the path is never the best, never the worst. There are funds which have Indian stocks, global stocks, gold and bonds. तो एक ही fund में सब कुछ आ गया. And if you buy slices independently, you can do that also. But then what happens sometimes, if let's say I bought Nasdaq, for example, and Nasdaq crosses a, crazy sort of valuation range, then I would want to move out and not stay rational and stay greedy and hold on to it. And when I move out, there will be long-term capital gains or short-term capital gains, mostly long-term capital gains, and there is tax to be paid. And on that tax, I'm losing compounding. As a CA, you will understand the value of that a lot more. But if I am doing this in a fund where the rebalancing does not create gains in my hand, but the fund ke NAV mein gain hai, I'm not hooking them. It is more tax efficient. It allows me to postpone taxation and avoid loss of compounding on tax. That is again a very important concept.
Yeah.
जो आप एक बार प्रॉफिट बुक करके टैक्स भर देते हो, उसका जो कंपाउंडिंग लॉस है अगले 30 साल का, ये बहुत बड़ा अमाउंट है.
Correct. Yeah, actually, I agree. Mutual fund के केस में वो एडवांटेज है because I am not investing in the stock directly.
म्यूचुअल फंड की केस में एडवांटेज है, बट म्यूचुअल फंड इन्वेस्टर उसका फायदा नहीं लेता है बिकॉज म्यूचुअल फंड इन्वेस्टर का एवरेज होल्डिंग पीरियड 3.5 साल है. तो वो 3.5 साल में एक फंड से निकल के दूसरे फंड में जाता है, फिर तीसरे में जाता है. तो पॉइंट, और ये गलतियां मैंने भी की है, चूज द बेस्ट फंड ऑफ टुडे, आफ्टर 6 months फील डिसअपॉइंटेड, ये फंड तो नीचे आ गया, नाउ गेट आउट ऑफ हियर एंड गो समवेयर एल्स. So these mistakes we keep making. So over time, the learning is to make. So you just mentioned spirituality. It is important to have spirituality in investing, meditation in investing, and not letting money keep jumping around. Once your design is right, once that structure of your portfolio or the ideology of your portfolio plan is in place, which is your financial plan, then minimize as many activities as you can. Do nothing is a very important thing.
If you learned something new from this video, do share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel so that we can bring you the best content possible. Also, if you want to watch this entire episode, click on the link in the description box and you can go to Kushal Lodha YouTube channel and watch the entire podcast episode. Thank you so much for watching this and have an amazing day.